So guys, if you want to 10x your income, 10x your results, your productivity this year, this is the episode for you. So guys, welcome to another episode of the Nigeria Business TV. Today I'm pretty excited to bring to you a very phenomenal, wonderful, fantastic guy. Sam Adeyinka is with us in the studio. He's the author of Does Money Grow on the Tree? I know you must have heard that from your parents before, depending on your upbringing, right? You ask you, does money grow on the tree? So I'm going to ask him the same question today. Or he's going to be hamstring. So we are going to ask him, really, maybe now money grows on the tree. Maybe there's an advanced technology that makes money grow on the tree, right? So, you know, this year is all about abundance. This year is all about fruitfulness. This year is all about 10x productivity. That's the key word, right? So it's going to be leading us through the whole concept and construct of how to 10x your income. He said in 4 weeks, and I'm going to put him on the spot, by the way, to really know how we're going to do that. So Sam, it's great to have you at the studio. Thanks for coming.
To be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so just a quick intro as to who you are so that the audience can know.
All right, thank you so very much, Mr. Dan Lok. My name is Sam Adeyinka, and I am a social media enthusiast, a creative writer. I'm a freelance writer, and of course, I'm a thespian. But to sum everything up, I'm a digital marketing strategist, trained digital marketing strategist. And what I do basically is that I help young people like myself, young adults to start, to get launched, and of course to grow their business to the point where it becomes extremely successful. Basically, I'm that online business guy, and that's what I do. Of course, I'm also a seasoned blogger because that's what I do when at night I rarely sleep at night, so I just go online, you know, to write, share my thoughts on business and a couple of things. So basically, that's me. That's what I am.
Okay, so let's drill down to some of these ideas. So I really want us to focus on some of the concepts that you shared in the book. So the first thing is, how do we even find our niche? Because that's one of the things that you dealt with in the book.
Yes, of course. First of all, before we go or get into the how, it is always very important to know the why and the what of these things. So for me, I believe in definition. I believe that definition shapes our lives, and of course, to get some things done in our life, then we need to first of all get to the point where we become clear. That's the point of clarity. And to answer that question, I will first of all get to what a niche really is. But then one of my friends, Dial Samuel, had said to me one time like that niches are riches. So in other words, if you want to get rich, if you want to become successful in your business, then you have to first of all know what your niche is. And what is a niche? A niche, in a simple definition, is a comfortable or a suitable position you get to in life and employment. So in other words, a niche is like a position where you get to, and to get to that position, to this position, to get to the how of this niche, I also would liken niche to be your purpose in life. So in other words, for you to achieve success in life, you first of all need to know who you are, your construct, your what makes you tick. So in other words, to say that you want to get to the how of your niche, then it means that okay, how do I get to this position? How do I get to this place? Then you need to first of all go down to the drills that okay, these are the things I need to do. Like for instance, you want to be a doctor, all right, you need to first of all go study medicine in school. So this is how to get things done in your niche. So if for example you are a social media manager and then you want to work as a social media manager for a company, then you need to first of all go and learn what social media management
tools
exist and how to use them. So this is what it means. So
basically, if I could get you correctly, what you're trying to talk about is the importance of self-awareness first.
Exactly.
Defining who you are, understanding your talent, your passion, the pain points you're willing to address.
In fact, Steve Harris at one point in time said that your passion is your sparks. All right, and it is your joy that is the what's it called, enjoyment, what you enjoy to do, like the reason why you are here and all of this things. So if you don't know what your passions are, then it becomes very difficult for you to achieve success. And I love the way Maya Angelou puts it. She said that until you find what makes you tick and enjoy what you do, it will be as though you are working all your life. All right, that's a kind of paraphrased version of it. So you need to first of all love exactly what you do, have so much passion for it, like a burning desire, and then you will get to that point where you find what you do very enjoyable, and then in other words you'll achieve success.
So niche, in other words, is like you're trying to merge your purpose based on self-awareness to what Seth Godin calls the minimum viable market. We used to have this concept in tech called minimum viable product. That's the minimum features of a product that you can take to market, which means over time you can now begin to build and develop on it. But one of the concepts that Seth Godin shared in his 2018 book, This is Marketing, was the fact that that you need to find a minimum viable market, more like a tribe. It's going to be profitable based on the fact that you are releasing value to those set of people, right? To that market, and all of that. So, so let's move to another concept of, you say one of the things you dealt with in the chapter is how to focus, how to be consistent, how to focus, and all of that. What's even the importance of focus on some of these things that we want to do?
Focus is actually very, very important in life. One of the things I've seen with so many young people is the fact that we are not very focused. We are not consistent, so to say. And a typical illustration that I have to use here is, say you want to cut down a big Iroko tree, and then for you to be able to cut down this tree in a very short amount of time, you don't want to go back and forth, like you're coming, this is the Iroko tree right now, and then you're going this way, like that. You won't ever cut it down unless you focus your energy on one spot and then continue like that back and forth on that particular spot. That is when you're going to be able to cut down this Iroko tree. So in other words, if you're going to achieve success in life, in whatever you do as a business person, you have to be laser jet focused.
So walk me through also, what's your own practical ideas as to how one can achieve 10x result? That's 10 times from what you're currently achieving. In real time. How do you do that?
Exactly. It's a very simple thing to do. All right. Although when you get into the processes, it might look very hard, but the moment you keep at it, it becomes something that is just there. It has always been there, and then you can always achieve it. For me, I said, okay, in 4 weeks you can achieve this. But prior to that time, there are some things that you needed to have done. Then one of the things that you should do is learn to position yourself. But before you even get to the place of positioning yourself, I said you should have money mentors, or generally have mentors. Of course, a lot of people say that they want to test the waters. Fine, it is good to test the waters. In fact, I advise it. But what is the idea of saying you want to test the waters and then you are making so many mistakes when other people have made the mistake before, and then you can easily choose your
error rates,
Exactly. So once you have been able to learn from these people, then you begin to position yourself, and then okay, these are some of the things I need to do to get here. These are the people that I need to meet to get to this place. Somebody once said something that your success is in someone's hand who knows somebody, and then you need to know one person to connect you to this person, and then finally to be able to meet the person who owns the key or who holds the key to your success. So all of these things, once you have been able to learn how to position yourself, get mentors, and of course you also have to learn how to give and take, because a lot of the time people take more than they give, and it doesn't work in this kind of world that we are in. You have to consistently give, because the one Yoruba adage says that okay, that is, the hand of the giver stays at top. So the person who is giving, his hand is like this, and the person who is taking is like so. The more you take, the more you go down. So but the more you give, the more upward you go. So in other words, you have to give more. And how do you give more? By teaching people what you know. In fact, one of the things I've also come to find out is that I get to retain the knowledge, the things that I know before, by teaching it to people. So once you do this, once you do all of this, and of course there are loads of techniques that I shared in my book about how to 10 times your income, but these are some of the things that you need to know. You have to be focused, you have to give, you have to be vulnerable. A lot of the time people think vulnerability is saying that, okay, no, I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want to be like some of these people who go on social media and share things like their big clothes, posts with people's cars and everything. No, when you are vulnerable, and trust me, there are times in my life that, okay, I've been so vulnerable as to, you know, telling some of my friends that, okay, these are some of the things I'm going through in my life. And trust me, it's not to say that I want to really get help from them, but you become vulnerable to the extent that they say, oh, we can actually help you do this. Get help from here. It's not necessarily money. It can be that somebody has a connection that you need. Definitely. But once you come open to them, they tell you, openness, and then transparency. They just shoot you to the top like that.
Wow, that's a lot to take in for your whole. That's why people need to really, you know, value knowledge. Some of these things you need to listen to it over and over again.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things I tell people is YouTube just has to be your friend. There are a lot of things. In the last 4 months, I've been binging on different things on YouTube. You don't have an idea. And just like you said, you fast track your success rate and minimize your error rate when you leverage on the knowledge of other people. Exactly. I can't say this enough. You know, entertainment is good and all of that, but you need to find something that can make you cause a dent on the world. You know, what you're good at. A lot of resources are being wasted in this country. And more so, you can't bank on the government. Your destiny is literally in your hands. And those are some of those things that we're trying to let you understand at Nigeria Business TV, you know, to know that people can actually, you know, actualize their dreams and fulfill purpose and build world-class businesses with standards and ethics, you know. Basically, that's what we're all about. So now, one of the things I now want you to, you know, tell us is, what are some of those investment opportunities that, or let's say business opportunities that you've seen online or generally, especially for 2019, because we have been doing a series around that for people. So we just want to make sure that people have a hand. The other day somebody called me to say, okay, what can I do with 100 to 250 grand? And you know, you have a lot of people like that. Some don't even have as much as that, but I know technology is a leveler. With your laptop and your phone, of course, you can do something legit. So do you have any thought as to what we could do around that? So 1, 2, 3.
Well, the thing is there are loads of business opportunities out there, and of course business models that one can actually go into before, now, anytime in the world. And for me, because what I basically focus on is online business. So one of the business opportunities I always hammer to people is blogging. Right? Because you don't know the kind of amazing opportunities that are available for bloggers or in doing blogging. And blogging goes beyond Linda Ikeji way. That's entertainment blogging. It goes beyond that. You can always have, because there are different niches in blogging. Whether it's business blogging, whether it's education blogging, and there are several means of making money, monetization strategies for this stuff, which includes Google AdSense, includes affiliate marketing, and you know, so on and so forth like that. But the first thing you need to do is that you need to give value. All right, and you also need to know that content is king. All right, and the best way I put it is that even though content is king, value is always the kingmaker. Because if you are not giving value, people are not going to come back to you. So the best way to get people coming back to you, checking out your blog, reading your stuff, consuming your stuff, is by giving them value all the time. Now, blogging is number one, and other ways I feel you could also make money is leveraging freelance writing, but then you need to have knowledge as to how to write, because it is not everybody's calling. Writing is not everybody's calling. Of course, I know that everybody is a writer, but you need to learn the structural techniques of writing, the skills involved in writing.
People can, if they're willing, they can learn.
Of course, they can learn, and just like you said, YouTube is the best. Trust me. When I tell people that, okay, I've been to schools for web design, because another thing I'm a web designer. I really didn't learn anything about the trade, about how to build these things in my web design school until I got on YouTube and I downloaded so many videos, watched videos and everything. Those videos I watched helped me to get to where I am today in as far as web design is concerned. So if you want to be a better writer, if you want to make money as a freelance writer, then you have to learn some of these things. Watch YouTube videos and you're going to make a whole lot of money. It's another business. And for me, one person that I go to is Emeka Nobis. Emeka Nobis is my boss. In fact, he's my coach. And he's a writer. He makes a whole lot of money from writing. All right, it's a business model. For instance, I can say NBTV, I want to do a review for you on my blog. Also, it also involves blogging. So I have to say, okay, I want to review your blog, and then you come to terms with the agreements and everything, and then you make money from that. I also write books for people. There's ghostwriting. So a whole lot of opportunities online that young people can actually go from. So that's why when people tell me that I don't have a job and complain about all of these things, I just laugh. I tell them, see, there are job opportunities everywhere. But then you need to get to that point where you have looked into yourself, come to terms with the things that you can do, and then skill set, build it, improve your skill set. So until you learn how to improve your skill set, trust me, you're not going to make money. And that improving yourself involves reading good books, not just any other books. Reading good books, shunning TV. See, this is the best way to put it. I don't watch TV because I feel the people who are on TV are people who have at one point in time built themselves. So if I want to be on TV, I have to also build myself. That's the best way to see it. So you have to improve yourself continually.
Minimizing distraction, being focused, being disciplined, and all of that. Thanks for coming through, Sam. It's great to have you. So how do we get the book? In rounding up, how do we get the book?
Yeah, the book, you can always get the book on my website, samadeinka.com.
Okay.
So once you get to samadeinka.com, you will already see how to get the book and everything there. And then you can just buy from my website. You can buy from my website. You can buy from, you can always use Paystack to buy just 3,000 naira.
Yeah, that's good. So I hope you guys would be able to get to samadeinka.com and order for the book. Read. So, you know, because of the limitation of time, we'll not be able to take a lot of, you know, things that some thoughts in the book. But so it's great to have you guys. So till another episode, just be productive. 10x, guys.